I'm recording now, so Chantal would be the one listening back to this. And last time I tried to record a Zoom, I had trouble getting it to process, so I'm hoping that I can get it to process. But okay, so all right, first of all, y'all, thank you so much for participating in the accountability post. And I know that I kind of started this over the summer, really honestly, to help me and to show y'all that not that you didn't think I was doing what I needed to be doing, but I think that I kind of have liked running our team page almost like a challenge group, except we're checking in on business building stuff, because what I found is that, the challengers that check in our challenge groups, though, and y'all know this, those are the ones that get the results because they're checking in and they're, holding themselves accountable. So I think, I feel the same way about our business. So because for a while I was going back and forth about what to post in the team page because I didn't want to overpost and repost everything Sharon was. So anyway, so thank you for participating in that and just for your, work this month so far with just Team Cup. And so y'all know you get a 1 point for each Success Club point for Team Cup points. Okay. And then there's also rank advancement points if somebody in rank advances and stuff like that. So all right, so let's start with Julie's question. Julie, do you want to just ask it and then we can all just kind of give our kind of thoughts on it?
Yeah, I go just in regard to inviting, that's still my big thing. Sometimes that's hard. And in all honesty, it's so I hear you talk a lot, Holly, about, starting with conversations with people. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I have done a lot of those, building relationships, starting conversations. But then I have a hard time either bridging it to the fitness or knowing when to bridge it. Because Sharon in her video the other day talked about she was having this conversation with this lady just about decorating and it hadn't even gone beyond that. But then sometimes, but then there's that courage to just invite. And when, I participated in those Emerald in a Day groups or whatever, where it says, just send the invite, and then they can ask you questions just hey, I'm doing this. Do you want to join? I just struggle with that balance, when to do what. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody else.
So I'll give my kind of 2 cents and then Lizette and Megan, if y'all would like to add on. And first of all, Sharon, I think that was a great example of kind of how you start a conversation. And she did not specify, because I remember her mentioning that, but she didn't specify how long that had been going on.
She didn't,
so it could have just been a day. You know what I mean?
Right.
So this is just my personal opinion. What I've found is that if people don't know what you're doing, if you don't put it out there, then there's no way they're going to know, because even with Facebook, they might not see your posts, they might not know what you're doing through posts. So I think that I think everybody is different, but I think for me, I know my intentions and I know my heart, and I'm not going to ever, try to get somebody to do something that I don't think would be right for them, Mm-hmm. So I don't really feel like there's ever really a point where it's too early. So I think if you've already sent one message, that it's okay to invite them. And I'll just give an example. And this woman never responded back to me, but I know that what I have to offer could help her if she would respond back. But I sent her, so y'all know I always send birthday messages to people. And so this is a woman that I've known from the gym and in the past from Gold's. But I sent her a birthday message. She said, thank you. She kind of told me what they were doing for her birthday. And then a couple of days later, I sent her a message and I said, hey, I don't know if you know what I do, but I have a really fun part-time business where I help moms with their fitness and earn extra income from home. And I said, I know you love fitness. You're a runner. I know you like nutrition. I'm curious, would you be open to learning about Beachbody just to see if it's something that would be right for you? She never got back to me. But for me, and I don't know her that well, but I felt like, she's a mom of 3 kids, and I don't know any family in this world that probably couldn't use a little bit of extra income. And so I was coming at it from that point of view. Like, I don't know where she's at in that, but she might be looking for a business opportunity. But I don't know that until I at least put it out there. And like I said, she didn't respond back, but it was kind of that go for no thing. And I sent a couple of those same invites last week, and nobody responded back. But I felt good about doing that because I know those women, and I know that what I have could help them. So I think it comes back to that like unshakable posture that, you kind of have to see it before you, what am I saying? Oh, you have to believe it without seeing it. Like, you have to believe in your heart that, and Julie, your heart is true and you have the best intentions for people. So, you have to kind of look at it that way, and that, so I don't know. I think that it's, y'all, I'm sorry, there's a fly. I think that it's important to build that relationship. It is important to do that, but we also live kind of in a fast-paced world, where I have found sometimes that messaging back and forth with people, it does take time. And so I'm not saying don't do that. I'm not saying speed up the process, but if you feel like it's the right time to invite someone, just put it out there. But what I like to do is turn it back around and say, like Janelle will say this, hey, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. And then skip a space and I'll say, by the way, are your kids ready to go back to school? And I'll go into real life. That way they know, like, oh, she's not just trying to sell me anything. Like, I really care about their life, so like say something else, or, oh, by the way, did you see that something, in the Olympic, if you know that they like something.
Right.
Does that help a little bit?
Yeah, I think I hear you saying that you go pretty quick.
I do.
I agree with you about the fast-paced thing, because there have been times when I've been messaging and kind of using like the Beachbody script, and I almost feel like I took it out too long. Like I would ask one more question, and then they would never get back to me, almost like it was too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. There's just a balance sometimes. And
well, and think about this too. If you were standing face to face with someone, you wouldn't wait to ask them. You would just ask them because they're right in front of you,
Right.
So, kind of look at it that way. And I think the shorter your messages can be, the better. And, yeah. So, Lizette, do you want to give a little idea? Sorry, y'all, I'm going to step away.
No, I agree with the whole, like not waiting, not really beating around the bush. Yeah, absolutely engage in that initial conversation, because that's what I do too. Ask about the family, ask about the kids, and then just kind of throw it out there. And honestly, one thing that I'm doing a free clean eating group next week, and I have about 5 people in it right now. And so I'm hoping to add a few more. But what I've been doing is, I like to do video because it's fast. Like, it's just, to me, it's faster than like coming up with a post sometimes.
Me too.
Really. And so it's, you make sure you follow up with those people that liked your video. And so that's what I did last week. I posted like a video that I was struggling, and the people that that liked it, that I hadn't kind of maybe reached out to, I just sent them a message on Facebook and I said, hey, thanks so much for liking my video. It really means a lot. You know, as you know, I've been struggling or whatever. And I mean, I got really positive responses back, like, oh no, you keep doing what you're doing, like it really helps me. And so then I like just kind of waited, because you know, I said thank you so much, you know, that mean, you know, whatever. And then like I said, I was driving a lot last week and I sent them like a voice memo and I was like, hey guys, you know, I told you I'm struggling, I need some help, and I'm doing a free clean eating group. Do you want to join? I said, and if you do, just give me a thumbs up and I'll add you to the group. And it really worked. And I mean, I got at least 4 people right away say, yeah, sure, you know. Or I ran into somebody at the grocery store and she's like, oh, look, you look great. And look, you know, I feel like you need to help me with my eating. And I was like, you know, I would love to. And then she saw that video and she goes, there's a reason I ran into you. Just go ahead and add me to the group. So it's really just,
that's cool,
right away. Like, just,
yeah.
If you like what I'm doing, if this is something that you see as a positive, then I say go in and ask. Like, I'm doing this to group. Do you know, I know you can benefit, even if it's just a recipe or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I like that. Are you doing the group? Are you doing your own, or are you doing one with Megan and Chantal?
I'm doing my own.
Okay. Well, I knew that they were doing one. Okay, thank you. I love that. And
thank you.
One thing I do want to add on to this is one thing that I've noticed is that, you know, I've said this before, like there's so many little network marketing companies popping up for jewelry and hair stuff and lipstick and all that kind of stuff. And I feel like those people, I've really paid attention and because I am like, I'm getting really passionate about the network marketing part of this business and just how much we can help people like online, you know? And so I've paid attention to a lot of these ladies, mom friends of mine that do these businesses. And I have like a lot of admiration for them in the way that they do things. They put it out there. They just say, like, I'm crazy about this lipstick. Does anybody want some? Like, you know? And I have realized, I know that health and fitness is an emotional decision for people.
It is. I
so
think
our business is different, but that doesn't give us like a reason to not put it out there, because if anything, people need what we have a lot more than lipstick, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, because their health is so big. And so I think like, you know, I want to be more bold just about saying, look, this is what it, you know, like this is what it is. And I think sometimes we try to overcomplicate this. Like Sharon and I have talked about that so much, that in the past, we tried to overcomplicate it, and it's really, you know, it's so simple, like as far as, you know, working the business and sending out invites, you know. I think that scripts are great, but I am finding that, I think it's better just to send those shorter messages, you know, and simplify things. So, Megan, what about you? I don't know if you can talk, but if you can, how do you feel about like the timing?
Was that to me? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. I just said, how do you feel about the timing of when to invite someone? Like if you've been building a conversation.
Well, I can tell you right now, I am not good with that part. Inviting is not.
Well, I know that struggled. Yeah.
Since the beginning, I have more conversations with people because, like, similar to how Lizette said that, like, people will just kind of make a comment to you and then it grows that way. I've had more conversations or more success in conversations when they've reached out to me and said, hey, I want to know about this, or I want to know this, or they run into me and ask me that kind of stuff. I'm trying to work on when people going out and commenting or sending a message to people when they comment on some of my posts. That's what I'm trying to work on now. Just to say, hey, thanks for liking my post or whatever, something like that. Just try. That's what I've been working on this last month, to try to have conversations starting up more frequently, because I am not one to go out and be like, hey, what you doing? So that's where I think I have had success with people responding to me as far as that. But like bridging the gap, I usually wait until they kind of steer it that direction.
Okay.
You know, whether it's right or wrong, that's just where that's my comfort zone. And so getting out of the comfort zone is sometimes, you know, hard. Even when I've had a conversation with Sharon about someone, because she was talking about something in one of her posts, and I asked her, and she said she had been in the same situation. She's like, and it's weird. She's like, but just ask, just do it. I was like, I know you make it sound so easy. Just ask. I was like, but for me, that's so out of my comfort zone to just do it. So I kind of just stick with what makes me feel comfortable at this point.
Yes. Yeah.
If that makes sense. I'm just not real good about putting it out there as openly.
Right. So, okay. So Lizette, is there any questions you have or struggles or?
Can I say one quick thing before we move on?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry, Jeannie.
I so appreciate what you say, and I agree. I think I'm starting to make my messages shorter and let them ask the questions about what they need to know. I agree with you about that. But I so appreciate the training that I've gotten from everybody, you know, from corporate on down, because I did get messaged by someone who does It Works. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but it's huge around here. And people are just like, I'm like, what is up with It Works? Everybody loves it. But you're right. They are just like out there with it. But to the point where when she messaged me, I felt so slimed and so gross to be like, I'm so grateful for my training, because that whole interaction was gross. And I don't ever want to be that way. And I don't think I ever would be that way, because it's not me. No. But she messaged me, hey, I do It Works. It's great for this and this. And I'm like, oh, thanks. But I'm a Beachbody coach and I really like it. And she just kept coming. And it was just like, I felt so slimed. She wouldn't let it go. And I'm like, I would never, you know. And so at the same time, I'm really great. I do need to be more bold. I know I'm working on that. I need to be bold about what I'm doing. And that's just a confidence thing, and getting results of my own and sharing what I love about it. Beachbody, you know. Absolutely. But by the same token, I'm really grateful for all the emphasis on relationships and people.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes. And I've had several of those same conversations with somebody. There was someone that, what did she do? It might have been It Works too. It was It Works. And I think I liked her post because she was a mom, and her post was about how she earned such and such amount of money or something.
Yeah,
I liked it because I was like, oh, that's cool. I mean, she's a mom and she's earning money from home. I'll support that. I mean, I'm all about supporting moms trying to earn money from home, you know? And so anyway, she messaged me and she was like, hey, Holly, the $600 bonus is like good through the da-da-da-da. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I said, thank you so much. You know, but point being, yes, you're right. There's a way to, I mean, she didn't even ask me if I had a need for that, you know?
Right.
Hey, I noticed you're interested in my post. I'm just curious. Are you looking to earn extra income from home? You know, something like that. Instead of, let's talk, you know? And so that's true. That's very true. And I, you know, yeah. Lizette, how about you?
It's just funny because I've had the same experiences. Like, I try to grow my network and add friends and do that. And like the other day, I'm still trying to figure out how I even know this lady, but we had a lot of mutual friends. And I immediately get this message about her jewelry, and I would just laughed out loud and didn't even respond, honestly, because it was so ridiculous. But anyway, I think for me, as I get tied up in focusing on like maybe just a certain group of people, and I need to, I guess I need to not just focus on a few group of people. I need to try to continue to expand and have lots and lots of conversations instead of just 5 conversations. And I think that's where I'm struggling, is like my comfort zone is, well, she already looks good. Like, does she really need it? So, you know what I mean? Like, but they like my posts and stuff like that. And so, like, I don't know. I just need to get out of that and just put it out there, because you never know. They could be a coach.
Yes. And I can totally relate to what you're saying, because now when you say a certain group of people, are you meaning like your niche, or do you mean people that need to lose weight, for example?
I'm just saying that, like, there are a few people that have engaged in my posts or engaged in conversations, and I'm like just waiting for them to sign up. I'm waiting, and I'm like, when are they gonna buy their challenge pack? When are they gonna buy, and I mean, I know that, and then I feel like I just keep waiting. Well, maybe next month, and I keep that conversation going, and I know eventually they will sign up. I'm confident, but it's like I'm just putting too much time, I think, and effort into those people that I know are going to definitely do it, when, like I said, there's this other group of people that I probably am not reaching out to, because I think, well, do they really, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where I'm struggling.
Yeah. So what I like to do is those people that have said, oh, I'm going to purchase the challenge pack. I'm going to get on there and do it today or whatever. And they don't, and you keep following up. I mean, just, keep following up with them. But it goes back to that whole saying, like, work with the willing. And if those people aren't signing up, follow up with them. And you're right, they will come back around. Like, there are so many people that have, joined 6 months down the line, a year down the line, so you just have to like do that, but don't let that hinder you from moving on. So those people, reach out to those ones that, because you never know, like, and you're right, they could be your next coach, because maybe they're fit already and you're thinking, oh, they don't need this. But like, for example, okay, I am like, if I saw a mom that was, she already worked out at the gym and she was fit and, like, in my opinion, maybe didn't look like she needed, to lose weight or tone up or whatever, she might need something else. Maybe she's working at a gym, but maybe she needs like a more efficient way to get her workouts in, because that's what I needed. Like, I was already working out at a gym, but I needed to be able to, like, have more time to work my business, and I was actually putting a post together about that. So that's why I'm saying that. But point being, like, you can't judge a book by its cover. So, like, you never know. And that person could maybe need help with their nutrition. Maybe they look really good, but they might really be struggling with, like, IBS, and they need nutrition help. So yeah, I say put it out there.
Okay.
Yeah. Megan, what about you? Do you have anything to add, or? I think she's muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Sorry. I was typing, so I didn't want it to be all on.
Oh, it's okay.
I guess we all kind of have the same things. It's just finding where you want to go and how to do it. And the bridge, like you said, Julie, the bridge into a conversation, comes easier for some and less easy for others. And I mean, I've been doing this almost 2 years, and it still feels like I'm like at the stage 1 of this process, trying to do that part. But I mean, as long as I'm talking to people, I feel like I'm doing something.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I want to ask y'all, do you understand how the health bet is working?
Yes.
Yes.
I have questions about it, but I meant to I was going to go read the FAQ because I think that's such a great, for me, I think that's a great thing to like make a video about, or it's such a great, because people love the idea of winning something, or,
Yeah.
what day does it start and how do they sign up? Because it's time for them to be getting their challenge pack.
Well, it starts on the 5th and it runs through the
4 weeks.
Yeah, it's the whole month.
Yeah, it's the whole month of September. But I mean, just have them, just put it out there. Like, I'm actually going to do a live video about it, and just have them get their challenge pack. And then as far as signing up for it, it's going to be tracked in the Challenge Tracker app.
Okay.
So I don't really know if they have to sign up any other way, but like, I don't worry about that just yet, because we'll make sure that, you know what I mean? Like,
okay.
I don't really think they have to. I think that when they're entered in that Challenge Tracker app, it's going to be tracked, because Beachbody, that Challenge Tracker app is put out by Beachbody.
Right.
So I'm just assuming that the challenge groups that are set up specifically for that will be tracked, because I don't think we are supposed to be the ones tracking it or anything, keeping track.
Okay. And then, so will we set up a challenge? Will we set up a group together then?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll just keep the group together on the app.
Okay.
And we're also, I mean, we can also we're going to have a Facebook group as well, because I know some people won't want to do that.
Right.
So those people can be in the Challenge Tracker and on the Facebook group if they want as well. But like, I have one girl that I'm gonna ask. She bought a challenge pack a while back, but she's never on Facebook. So I've been keeping in touch with her through text, and I'm gonna see if she wants to do it. But all I'm saying is, the details are, because I was trying, Julie, I'm kind of like you. I was trying to, like, at first I was kind of confused about it, and I was trying to make it too complicated, but really what it is, I think if you're going to make a video about it, just say, hey, Beachbody is putting on this, just say what it is, this health bet, and just say they're capping basically there's going to be a pot, and all you have to do is invest in your health and fitness with your challenge pack, and I'll help you find a fitness program that meets your needs. All you have to do is work out at least 3 times a week and drink Shakeology 5 days out of the week. And you can share just a quick, like, I drink Shakeology, blah, 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 and this is what it's done for me, just so, they know kind of what it is. And then just say, if this is, and then after the 4 weeks, Beachbody will pay you for logging in 3 workouts a week and drinking Shakeology 5 days a week. And then, if somebody says, like, how much are they going to pay me? It depends on how many people participate, so we don't have that answer. But I know that it starts out at $1 million, and then they're adding $5 for each challenge pack purchased, and they're capping it at $3 million. I don't really know if it's necessary to go into that. You could probably just say, the pot starts at $1 million. What?
When I've posted on it or talked to us, when I've messaged someone about it, I just said, hey, it's just doing this, but it could be up to, a portion of up to $3 million.
Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, just say that. That way you don't have to say they're donating $5 to because I was just thinking about how to make it as simple as possible. So that's good. Just say the pot starts at, up to $3 million.
Yeah, I don't even say anything about the challenge pack or anything. I just say, hey, there's a chance to win a portion of up to $3 million. If you're interested, let me know, and I'll send you more information, or I'll tell you more about it. And then that's all I've kind of done. Left it real vague. That way, it's not like you're selling it, so to speak.
Yes, that's good. Another thing that you could do is, so if y'all, I don't know if y'all were on the National Wake Up Call, but I'm sorry, y'all, this is getting a little bit long, but that's okay, because Chantal she's the only one listening back. So, I don't know if y'all were on the National Wake Up Call, but if you haven't listened, y'all, this one's so good. She was talking about social media and live video. She went into that a lot. So, I know Lizette's done a lot of that. I've done a lot of it too. And Facebook is really favoring that right now. So I know that it's a little bit uncomfortable, but just Chantal does a lot of it too with in the kitchen. But what I found, what helped me start doing it, because I had been doing videos a lot before I started live, but so I was already comfortable on video, but the first live was pretty nerve-wracking, but it's gotten easier. And it's actually what I would suggest is if you're gonna before you start, Megan, have you done a live one yet?
No.
Okay, and you haven't, Julie, have you? Okay, so get like, what helped me was getting in a space where I felt really comfortable and talking about something that I felt comfortable with. You know, not so. If you're gonna do a live video, Julie, you could share about your work day, you know, about working with kids or something like that. I mean, just something that you're comfortable with, you know. Megan, you're decorating, or like your stuff in the house, your projects, and like you're really good at projects and stuff like that. You know, so what helped me was getting and Chantal said the same thing. The first time she did one, she did it outside in her backyard, and she was talking about gardening because she's passionate about that. And she's done a bunch in the kitchen. And Lizette, you've done some from your closet. I go back in my husband and I's bathroom because for some reason I feel kind of, you know, like my kids I can kind of sneak back there for a minute. So that's my point though. Just maybe get in a space where you're comfortable and you're not talking about fitness. You're not talking about Beachbody at all. You're just talking about whatever it is that you want to share, you know? So, and actually she went into that, the speaker, her name was, I can't remember her name now, but she went into just talking about things other than health and fitness, you know, as a way to, you know, connect with people. So, anyway, do y'all have any questions before we get off? This has been good.
I have to jump off though, guys.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for getting on.
I'll
Have
see
a
y'all.
great
Okay.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Do y'all have any questions before we hop off?
I don't think
I'm
so.
gonna end the recording now. Okay.